Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today's a new video on squat and bench. It's like some squats and some bench. It's gonna be last week and this week, and officially next week. Today's like the end of the week, but next week it'll be July 6th, that Monday. I'm pretty sure that's a Monday. Yeah, July 6th. I'll be 6 weeks out from my next meet, which is August 16th. So I really gotta, I'm gonna really start picking up the intensity, volume intensity. So my first video was from last week, and I did a 1 rep PR. This is the all-time squat PR. I've never squatted this much before. 374, most weight ever put on my back. I did just the top single. It was really easy. It was like, I mean, it doesn't look like it, but I kind of tried to pause as long as possible. It wasn't the longest pause in the world. Try to pause as long as possible, really go slow on the way down and feel the weight. And it was 374, and it was real easy. I've done 369 is the most I've ever done in competition, or just ever. So that was real easy. I really want to open up with 402 or at least 3 plates on the Texas squat bar, which would be 396 for when I compete. I'm looking at about 423.5 squat in August, and then I'll leave some room in the tank for 440 in October, because I feel like I could do that now, well, in August, but I'm just going to save some in the tank, maybe even do 450 in October, probably 440, because that's like the super safe one. And that's how it's going on squat. And then the 5 rep max is also this week. This is that just happened Tuesday, so that'll be showing with 352. And last time I did that for 3 rep max, now it's a 5 rep max, and that was super easy, except for I paused the 5th squat, and that made it a little hard. So it was an RP 7.5 just because of that, but it would have been a 7 if I wasn't being so stupid and showing off. So this is last week's squat day. This was my second squat day, and I did the 1 rep max on the second day. I usually do it on my first day of the week, first squat day of the week, or whatever it is, deadlift or bench. But the reason is because I slept over at my sister's house in Oxnard, and I didn't bring a belt to the gym, and I went to the gym over there. And so I started the week off beltless, so I wanted to finish everything beltless and do everything with belts, like the PRs at the end of the week, which was the second. So that's why this is in the second, and I changed it up a little bit. But now I'm going everything back to the first. So as far as my prep's going, I'm going to stop benching 3 times a week. After next week, after, July 6th, that Monday, I'm going to start doing twice a week to kind of rest my shoulder, my left one, because it just bothered me once in a while. It's not like it kills me. It's not like I'm not benching. It's not because I'm benching 3 times a week and that's why it hurts. It's just, to give it some rest. It's going to be like 5 weeks out when I do that. So it'll be just twice a week. And, not so crazy on the second day. This week I was doing 226 because I really did 221 for the past 2 weeks. I don't know why, I benched yesterday and I didn't feel good I don't know, I just had some missed grooves, and it felt like the weight was gonna fall, not because I wasn't strong enough. I don't know, it was a weird day on bench, honestly, and the deadlifts were weird yesterday. Those haven't been posted yesterday, but my grip strength is I don't know what's happening. My hands were sweaty. I was drinking a cold Gatorade that was wet, and I didn't have any chalk, so I had to use some wrist wraps, and I hate doing that. Yesterday was probably the worst training day I've had all year, literally, or probably of my life, honestly. And I thought this should be right before my 374 top squat. That's like about 352, I'm pretty sure. If it's just probably a little bit more, actually. If it's just the yellow, it's usually 352. But so I wanted to do 3. I knew I could do 374 for sure, and I actually wanted to rep it, but I'm trying to be as patient as possible. I'm not trying to go crazy with any ego or anything. I wanted to do 385 last December, but that is why I knew I could do this, and it was really I had all the confidence in the world doing it. And 330, 3x4, the numbers are going to start bumping up. This is all pretty light compared to what I'm going to be doing. If I want to open up with 396, but next week and the weeks to come, all these squats numbers are boosting up. But I still have the 3 rep max, 1 rep max, and I have one more cycle of the 5-3-1 max. So everything's going according to plan so far, and I'm a little excited to get more weight on there. I don't want to incorporate too much beltless stuff because I'm not a huge fan of it. I know it works with the Valsalva maneuver and help bracing once you actually have a belt on, but I've hurt my back twice, so it's just, for me, the risk to reward is not worth it. And you'll see some stiff legs in this video, or just in general when I do them, I post on my Instagram. I don't see the risk to reward. I think it's very low, the reward is, if you go so crazy on stiff leg deadlifts or RDLs. I know everyone does it, and that's cool. I know it works. It's just not for me. Kind of traumatized with my back. But when I go heavy deadlifts and I use a belt, and it's not any accessory deadlift, one of those stiff legs and all that, it never hurts my back or my squats when I do beltless. I just did beltless today, 330 for 3 sets of 5. So yeah, I know it works, but it's just not for me. Like I said, I'm going to leave some gas in the tank for my meet in October 24th. I haven't said where that is yet, and I'm finally going to reveal it right here. So as it turns out, I haven't been saying it because some people didn't know. And it doesn't matter who these people were, but now everyone that needs to know knows. It's going to be October 24th in Dallas. And that's where I'm going to fly. I was going by myself, but my cousin's going to end up going with me now. My sister may go, but my cousin lives in Dallas, so I'm going to stay at his place. I was going to go from October 22nd to October 24th. So that's a Thursday to the day of, Saturday. And the flight back, I was going to get there 2 p.m. on the Thursday, weigh in Friday night in the morning, and I was going to compete. And the flight was Saturday at 5 p.m. So because of that, that was a round trip ticket. I feel like, you know, most meets are done at 2 or 3 or whatever. But, you know, that means you got to be there 2 hours before the plane leaves, and I didn't want to rush. I ended up map questing or whatever. I looked up on my maps how far the gym was from the airport, and it was 35 minutes. So I didn't want to put my cousin in that situation, rushing me to the airport and possibly missing the flight. So I bought another one-way ticket on Monday the 26th to go back like at 10 p.m. So I have a full like 5 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, yeah, 5 days, because I'm leaving way late at night. And as for bench on my, whenever I benched, it was just 221, 3x5. Nothing real special except for the top single 374 squat and the 5 rep max on squat this week. That was from earlier this week. And pretty basic as far as that goes. That was after that bench session that is shown in here. It's after the top single I did at 243, which was like a move so easy. It was like the easiest thing in the world, because I did 237 and I was gonna do 240 because my friend told me that was so easy. Just go to 240. So I just did 243 because that's an actual competition number. 240 isn't. I didn't want to say much for the bench because it was a very basic day, very light, you know. I've been doing that. I've been getting used to, very comfortable with 221, and it worked. I was very comfortable with it. But for the squat day, this max day for the squat was a 5 rep max with 352, and I had done 352 for 3 on the last cycle. So it's kind of exciting because I had mentioned I was going to do 352 for a long time. Like I said, I was going to do for 5 reps, and I ended up doing 332.5. And that's one of my videos because I ate In-N-Out like really late that day, and I went to the gym really early, like at 4 in the morning, and I had In-N-Out like at 1. So I was still bloated. The belt was like, I couldn't breathe. I was suffocated. So I was just disappointed because I wouldn't do 352 for 5 a long time ago like I said I would. But I knew I was going to get it. It was going to be really easy because when I did it 3 times, I knew I could have done it for 5. People were telling me I could have done 402.5 for 3 and maybe even for 5, who knows. But you know, the goal is to do 402.5 eventually for reps. I hate saying for reps if it's just going to be 3. It's not that many reps, but 5 would be like a miracle, and I know my squat day will go real easy at the meet if I end up doing that. But here's a 352 for 5, and honestly, it was RPE 7, I already mentioned, but like I don't know. It's not that I'm showing off, but I love a challenge. So if it feels too easy, you see every single video I do on squats or bench. If it's too easy, I'm going to pause the last few reps or the last rep. And that's what I did. I paused the 5th one and that one was slow, and they made it a little hard, but it was still actually really easy considering I paused it. But you know, if I didn't do that, it would have been a 7, and it was real according to plan. Everything went according to plan. So all the next numbers I have coming up look like they're gonna fly, just like that did. And here's the working sets of 335.5 for 3x4, and you know, pretty basic, pretty. You know, I'm just really what I mean by basic, like I'm really just focusing on form. You know, it's not so much about speed right now. I know I can have the speed on the day of the meet. The form, as long as it doesn't break down, my knees don't cave in, or my hips don't shoot out, or like shoot in a weird way unevenly, or my knees don't cave in unevenly. Like that's all I'm really focusing on right now. I know everything will take care of itself once I come closer to the meet, because I get more conservative come, like, you know, 2 weeks out or 3 weeks out. I don't go crazy. I mean, I haven't been going crazy, as you can tell. Everyone tells me I need to add more weight. You know, that's fine. I know I need to add more weight, and I know I can do more, but I want to see how comfortable and easy the weight I'm doing is, so I can tell how much room I have left in the tank. Don't want any RPE 9s. You know, I don't think I'm going to do any, maybe an RPE 8.5 or 8 to 8.5 before meet day. Because, you know, I really want to see what I want to test out all my attempts, my first, second, third attempts for all squat, bench, and deadlift. And that's pretty much what the 5 rep max and the 3 rep max and the 1 rep maxes were for. They've been working really perfect. I should have been implementing that a long time ago, and I didn't get it from 531. I just liked the challenge of it, honestly. So that about wraps up the video. You know, don't forget to static stretch when you're done working out. You know, that's something, I say that because that's something I neglected during quarantine. Dynamic before, you know, like hips or monster walks and all that, and stretching after. You know, quarantine, I was really in the comfort of my house, and I hadn't done that since I was like 14, workout at my house. I mean, 14 on and off, and like 18 and all that, but like I forgot what the feeling was like, so I was really comfortable. You know, I'd be like, I wouldn't be messing around. I took it serious, but I would take my sweet time. And a lot of times there's distractions, and my family would like get in the way, and I'd take 6 hours to work out sometimes because there's just way too many distractions. But now that I'm back in the gym, I focus so much on what I was doing before, and not ignoring accessories, and not resting 30 minutes every single set like I was doing. And during quarantine, I mean, it wasn't 30, but it was like more than usual, like 15. And I don't even rest 10. I mean, unless I'm like maxing out, but like 7 minutes is like the sweet spot for me. So, you know, anyone who's coming back from quarantine, whether you had weights or not, get back into the same habits you were in pre-quarantine, even if you didn't have weights or you did, and just, you know, treat like every day you're in the gym, treat it like the gyms are going to close. Because like I treat it every day I go in there like the gyms are going to close again. And if that does happen, that sucks so bad, because I have 2 meets coming up, and I'm going to just go compete and just have like the biggest sandbag day of all time, and I won't even know what I'll be able to do as much, but I'll have weights at home at least. That's it for the video today. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.